games they played last split.
They played a lot of games.
It's crazy. 22 games in the last regular season. If you include the playoffs one now, they're up to 18.
Okay, Loud
games.
on defense,
Absolutely crazy
Sentinels
stuff. So
on
they
attack.
definitely a lot of homework for
And
Loud
we
to
got
read,
3
but are
ghosts,
ready for the
1
game for
frenzy.
sure. And Sen City's here behind them. The Loud fans already getting to that volume 11 as well as we start off here on Sunset for the grand finals. A lot of tiles work from Sen just to make sure that mid.
Yeah, and we set one person up over towards A, and they are not in for that.
Real passive here. They're ready to go for a first round retake.
A gunner in. Thank you. Cost is up by like 5%, I think.
There was a lot of pressure on both sides from the initiator,
that.
getting information on the extremities, and now, as you mentioned, playing the retake style for Loud. There's still a first contact from Tui's, throwing up paranoia, keeping players at bay from Sentinels. Finally a first contact, but the heavy damage goes on to John Cutie. Sentinels yet still want to move forward in this pistol, and Loud decide to pull back.
Get someone back a sight here. There's still enough time if they want to go back. It's not looking like it from the minimap, but
probably get QCK right now. As the one-way smoke comes up, Sentinels tries to execute in and actually does hit QCK towards the back of the site.
all the util to clear it out. Dude, what? How on earth has Zekken got that second kill? That should never be happening.
Fantastic.
Look at these HPs, 6 and 20. Oh, unlucky. I love the util on this one. Dude, look at these HPs. 26, 26, and 2 that are relatively high.
Sentinels bite back before the retake even really happens there. Less now. A few final kills on the exit.
Everyone that's done damage right now is telling this guy that he's hearing it. He knows people are like the 3 people under 20 HP.
Saving out on that second round, favoring a bit of utility. We'll see if Loud decides to do that.
I mean, this was all
first round. When they start off with
this was all Zekken to be able to do that.
They were looking mid first, then they were moving over to the side of A, but they took it slow. Again, something different we're seeing with John Cutie and Sentinels, that they'll work the map a bit before actually making that commitment.
I was gonna say, are we gonna go for anything crazy? And I see a Bucky get bought. Okay, the Bucky's been downgraded to a shorty. They're still in for it. No, he's not. He's okay. He's been told off.
Potentially a trap play, but maybe getting information first. You already see out in the open, Sadak is just waiting for a contact for a push.
And late takeover towards here, so they hear the gecko flash, and now they're like, right, let's just retake this. They might be close.
He's just waiting for that
Have contact, at least from the Sova or the Viper. Get a stun in, not too bad. Yeah, that didn't go far enough, right? I know.
They proceed into mid, but that door is going to be shut on him right quick.
A little bit of damage. Instant reaction from Sentinels is to 5-person group middle. What a weird round.
Always being active around the map on their defensive side. Back towards the spawn, they hear Sentinels stopping towards the A side again.
Is any kind of high flash to get him through the choke point? Nice from two. He's getting. He's done good though. Dulce is still low.
Push forward, but the crossfire is just too good.
The damage is really nice here, by the way. The damage is really nice.
You know what? I'm not going to discount this player. QCK.
Yeah, they'll definitely take that. Armor rebuy. This is going to be a gun anyway, but they got 2 guns out of them.
2 patient rounds from Sentinels. They pretty much walked themselves into a situation where they're fighting Loud. The first one ended up at A on pistol. That second one, they were able to find their fight as they push behind enemy lines in mid, which also works out for Sen because now they have
M-Tex, yeah, thank you, bro. Yeah, we had a bit of traveling mixed in there as well, but we made it work. Yeah, they should be super happy with the amount of damage they've done, so won't be the scariest low buy into this one, but we still get free rifles. EP goes out, and I'm pretty sure he's in the smoke over towards A. Loud, happy that they set one up. Rotate can come in, they can make B and middle stronger. Knife goes close on A, and it hits only Omen, so they know he's set up. And there he goes. And do they? I mean, the knife hit one. Do they happy with this? This is really weird when a gun goes down like this, because they know they did so much damage that you would imagine there's a few people that could pick this gun up, but in reaction they push down middle, and
it's the aggression. We talked about the extremities, but this time it's towards the B lane. There's the contact.
Oh my! At least the recovery was there. Probably should have got 2.
With Zekken heavily damaged. And that lurked
Yeah, and John now is going to call his team back. They're going to get the spike. We need to keep an eye on QCK because he is going to cut them off, whether it's here or whether it's over towards spawn. Does he hear the running? Yes, he does. So he's going to cut them off over towards here. I just don't imagine they consider it. Yeah, there's also
An easy one. Crosshair placement. Zekin low on HP. Actually dodges away from a flash and made it through. Getting a plant right now for Sentinels would be pretty decent. For this bonus round,
yeah, a lot up to John.
John Cutie watching Zekin's back as the plant comes down. Snakebite just dropping down inches away at Zekin's feet. And allows both players now to group together towards the back of the site. They see the recon darts or rotate a flank.
Recon goes B main, so they kind of know someone's B main.
QCK, no more flashes. Has to move together. They have to play the fundamentals now for Loud. To blaze wall first. That's another snakebite, forcing John Cutie out of position. A 1-for-1. Solo second.
Oh, 46.
Right away by Les. A nice trade for Loud. They convert.
There is a chance. There is a chance that they decide to eco. There is a chance they decide to eco for sure.
But you're right. So much damage done from Sentinels. Loud are going to have a bit of trouble rebuying into this. Already see some stingers on the board as we rewatch this play again. Good teamwork, good trade. Fundamentals on that one. Keep pressing W until you can get.
What do you think was the biggest factor in K-Corp's improvement? What you talked from last year? I mean, the biggest factor was the fact that they changed roster. But yeah, you got to give a lot down to the coach because he was the one. I'm pretty sure he was the. He was the one reason that they kind of got that lineup.
Loud having to play once again a gamble stack, this time towards B because of that bonus.
You can't really compare a roster of 4 different players. Doesn't really work. You just gotta start fresh. As hard as it was to do in the pick'ems, because I fell into that trap as well. To be fair.
Have better reads, but thankfully they have a scan agent and Sadat, who's currently joining towards the B main. Spots nothing. This is good for Sentinels to work the map.
Yeah, nicely done. And yeah, like I said over towards Loud, right? So they won the rounds, but there was only one person that survived, and everyone else got 3,000. So what they just do is they just take another low buy, right? They're so fine to kind of lose this round, do some more damage to the econ, hopefully, and then they can get a full buy. So just trying to make sure they have the most full buys possible. Bit of his gamble stack over towards A, as we can see. Everyone over towards B, and they'll kind of take this as well. A round that they use their ult out, potentially they can use fish as well. We'll see.
Crowding up, getting into the site together, and just swarming.
Yeah, I saw the top of the head. Well, that's a nice smoke deep. Are they going to flash and take this? This is interesting because Loud really need to do damage here. Otherwise, this is like a really strong round for Sentinels, and you could maybe argue that the low buy wasn't worth if they don't do a bit of damage. Lovely flash. Lovely flash on top of that as well. The amount of times I see 10s have a flash and after plant these days is pretty crazy. Just walk into sites. Yeah, really, really nice from them. I tell you what, again, from Loud, still happy taking down 2 guns.
They have all the utility and weaponry to fire back onto Loud, and that low buy hurts. All the damage.
They fix their plant, maybe.
Pick up a third round now. And that was the one variation of the hit where they can follow Zekin in.
Doing the K-Corp plant, yeah. They might have talked about it a little bit. John watches the stream. Maybe John watched it back. There's potential chance for that because I mentioned it a few times. But it might have just been a one-off with the round, to be honest. They still didn't like this. This was more the fact that they didn't clear market, right?
Just as much this season.
Passes are a bit quiet. Yeah, done them up pretty loud. Like they might be louder than me now. We'll see.
But Tui's did get a timing. He made it through. That's going to catch John Cutie. That's allowing to even up the tally. And for the mid-rounding to start a little bit earlier. Less even once more.
Okay. Nicely done on this. Dude, there was so many kind of individual duels. Nice push over towards middle. They weren't really expecting this.
And they may even taster's choice this. And by that, I mean, who's going to kill Saucy? Do you get an ult on Sadak? Do you get an ult on Les? Is it different? Do you let him get it down and get the ults that way? Loud's going to be able to circulate these ults in the next few rounds. Saucy gets the plant, and beautiful that he can work off of it with Wingman here. Thrash is available. If this goes down, Saucy may go all out.
That would be such a gamble, but look at him.
It would be.
He's going to hear all of these rotates, so he's trying to get an angle. He's trying to get a surprise attack. Here's that first jump spot. Here's 2 crossing over. The third
It's
one
all free
already
now.
made it through. So Saucy now has a timing. Behind the 3 players allowed, rotating across. There's a snake bite towards main. Now it's being watched. There's
Oh.
He will have all the kit left now on his
Oh, it's
kit.
close.
The launch pit going down, forced the halfway.
I would've been close if he stuck this.
Les falls away. There's that thrash coming out too from the front of the pillar, and Les even has to pull back
Sure.
towards the market. It does not hit him though.
No
But
time.
The clock is ticking down. Saucy's getting
No way.
runs away for the time, gets it done.
That's a massive 1v3. Played it so well.
Against Loud.
Played that so well.
Incredible play from Saucy. You can look at any player on this
And I wonder
team
if he
and
stuck
find
that if he
type of
actually
play
had it
coming
or
out of
not. It would have been
Sentinels here.
insanely close.
Absolutely routing Loud. Listen to that crowd.
I mean, Radek was still ready for the insta walk behind. Just the fact that Sassy melted him.
For Sentinels to understand the tiles push has been such a priority for Loud. They instantly attack back, snap back at Loud's push when QCK comes around the corner. And yeah, they're feeling that. What a play from Saucy. Absolutely throwing Loud's timing off by the wingman.
Forces him
plant, pushing
down
the
to an
market.
eco.
Very heady play. We're into round 6 now. A mid play from Loud, thinking that Sentinels might go for this encroachment again.
They have a lot that they can work behind this wall that they just put up. There goes that curveball out for QCK, but Dewey still fell first.
They are loving the fights over towards middle at the moment. This is the 3rd round where they've tried stuff middle.
I know exactly flow through a mid flood. With that hack thrown here by John Cutie at IGL, it gives enough information that A site is open. It's weaker, where Sadak is currently only holding with the Sheriff. And even Sentinels, they're giving him that respect, moving all the way together, forming up all.
Whereas Sassy is 8-1.
Really just working the protocols for the later rounds.
Just the smoke giving them pawn shop control. They know Sadak.
And again, it's another one of those rounds where, because everyone's kind of playing this, especially with this comp that's like really good at really good at retaking. It feels like Sentinels are really in control of these games where, or at least on this map, right, where everyone does like simple setups, right? It'll be like kill over towards B. Right, you're fighting over towards B and you're retaking over towards A, or it could be vice versa, and that's fine. It works really well. But if teams, and like I'm saying teams, but if like Sentinels, this is what they're doing. If Sentinels keep doing the thing where they save their flash, like the Omen flash, then when everyone just throws all their U2 in, again they were doing this against NRG. When everyone throws their U2 in, they just flash back and they instantly stop one half of like this split, and it just means they can focus on one side and kill the other. And I just think Sentinels has this down at the moment better than any team I've seen, in terms of they keep finding the site where they're playing retake, they keep saving the Omen flash, and then that you can't retake. Like you actually can't retake, even though you have perfect U2, it's all good. As soon as that Omen flash comes in, hits multiple of you, your timing's done, everything's messed up.
That lower buy that we had from Loud is just for him to decide, okay, we got 4 ults to work with this time around.
So
Doesn't take away any of the point that you mentioned so
maybe.
far, that this game means a lot
And
for
honestly,
Sentinels.
that might be
They've made it
why
now to
Loud are
this
trying to
grand
go
final
middle
stage.
so
It's
much
been a
to
very
take some
long time
duels.
since they made it to a regional grand final.
So Loud calls the timeout. This
Jeez, is that what it said? I wasn't watching.
uncharacteristic in the fact that it doesn't seem like Loud is getting their pushes into the map to affect Sentinels in a way where Sentinels has to worry.
I think
have to restructure
I
the
still
play.
think they're gonna
Seems like
start going
Sentinels
aggro, right? Or they need to
what
fight
Loud is
over
doing and
towards
moves up.
sites, or they
They
need
don't
to
really
fight
have to
like
change
A
too much.
main
The
or
second
B
one
main
is
heavier.
we usually see
Like
Loud
instead of
have
fighting over
incredible
towards
autos
middle,
they
and I think
call
they're on the
mid
right
to
path,
late round
right?
that put them in
Fighting
the
makes a lot of
position
sense
to
with this
then
comp
stop
against
another
what's
take from
happening.
their opponent.
They
And
need
it
to
seems
show
that they're
way
failing
more
on both right
resistance
now.
in
Sentinels
one of these
is
areas,
able
it
to
feels
run
like.
through this.
Maybe
And
even
here's why it
both at the
becomes a big
same
swing
time and
round
just
now.
leave mid.
3-round loss row
Or
in
they
a
can
row,
keep
you're
their
gonna get
initial mid
2,900
plan and just
into the pockets
fight more
of
middle.
Loud. That's basically on no credits as they have to spend
2
it again.
timeouts, so they might be
need
just
to
very
use these
comfortable in their
ultimates to
attack
get
and just
some
realize
round
that.
back now, or it's gonna
I think the
start
timeouts
swinging
are the goods here, because I think they definitely need to
SEN.
speak. This is the
Already
issue.
swing
The
heavily
initial
over
plan of
towards
them
the
fighting
right
over towards
side,
middle
the
hasn't
pressure
worked,
main,
and they
off
need to
left,
speak,
going right
especially
into the
about like
backfield.
Sentinels
And it
holding
definitely
on to
looks
this
like
flash,
for Loud side, they
etc.
want to try to use that right away. There's the ping on the first one already The IGL's
It is a nightmare.
And there it is. It does get a ping on a few. And with flashes coming across, it does get contact for pings, but Zekin still opens up. Sentinels were working towards the mid side after a trap play attempted by Lau with these ults. Now Les is going to be
I can't believe he managed to get
towards
this.
the market. He's there alone. And he's just trying to anchor up at least one portion of this B site towards the
Keep
map.
an eye on Zelsis right now. One away from his ult. Two people pushing him.
He lost his teammate in the process, but he gets
No
the
way. They are on a different page fully. One went back to use util, the other's insta swinging. Like they, yeah, different pages.
In the mid round.
Finding fights around the map. Loud trying to pick apart at Sentinel's team before they hit these sites. Finally, we just talked about it. They couldn't find any ground before. It'd always be quickly traded back. Now the 3v3 stands.
Les gets traded out.
Yep.
Yeah, and this is a free site at the moment. They got no vision block. Not a good plant on this one, but that's fine because they're going to be fighting over towards market anyway. Lassie has his ult. Cowan Zin has his ult.
Oh my gosh, again? Coming out, looking around, a TP.
Huh.
Moving forward, it looks like
Wow, look at the util at the moment. Look at this util. Damn, dude, look at that util. That was insane. Look how, yeah, look at Sadek's face, man. He was loving that.
And we talked about how
they got out util.
Loud stays off going into economy hell right now. That was such a big round.
That was a sick 2-on-2 to watch.
With a few more, and this first half would have not looked good. Now we have Loud coming back up here. Still going to be a buy coming in from Sen. It seems, yeah, they should be able to get that low armor in. See this again too. The retake, it had to happen. For Loud to use the Rolling Thunder, everything they had, it was according to the play. This had to be secured. Oh, Saucy, not get out of that one. And you see, they're still vibing. Loud knows this game isn't out of hand. It's not crazy. The few rounds down.
Okay, we get the judge out. Money is not good at the moment for Loud. They really need to try and string a few together here.
Always unfazed.
Might be the classic.
So you know they're starting to get a little ratty on these. We'll see how that gets used.
And honestly, also money here. It's a massive, massive swing round. It's either a dominant half or a pretty close half from this round.
We have yet to see how Loud actually fight back with those.
You can see Loud though, just jiggling across the contacts being those controllers. Less in the back of the site. Tui's on the A site. It looks like Sentinels want to activate right away. They'll come in out from Zelsis. Second, satchel to Pross. Contact on players from Loud in the back of Boba. As the plant comes in for Sentinels, it's time for them to play the pulse plant once again. But this time around, nobody holding yet towards the back.
A lot of people here. That Omen flash it too.
And you hear that run it back.
Oh my god, imagine.
Save comes out from Les, as it allows QCK to
They've gone for a better plant now. This is going to be interesting. Does Tens, if he gets his smoke, does he smoke himself off? He could smoke himself off. It's the play. Oh my god, he TP'd up. Okay, they haven't fully got it yet. They're almost there. Yeah, they went for a smoke over towards the site here, but what we're seeing is the normal like smoke off, and then you actually probably kind of have it like spamming here. Oh. Sorry, give me like 1 second.
That's the Loud train I think we've been looking for. It took a little bit to stoke the fire, but man, coming down the tracks, you do not want to be in the way of Loud when they feel like the retake is going 100%. The way they came through Boba here, just fearless, as it were, as Sadak says. Loud just run right into B main.
And that was the swing round that we saw, so we get a close half. Now the chance to get a lot of money. One hero gun, one stinger.
So much ground there, completely taking Sentinels by surprise. We set up for Sen in a bit of the same formation, but less movement. They're not taking as much of market. The wall that they just dealt with there in B main usually can mean someone pushes up, so you have to worry. Loud is giving Sen a lot of things to worry about here. And with Dizzy down, they're going to be able to have a little main control, but not in sight yet.
Sentinel's just trying to play into Loud's style. Yeah. Where when they get pressure on one side, they usually push the extremity on the other. So you already see Tens holding back.
So question mark created over towards B.
Spawn, trying to catch a forward push. But nobody's really moving here from Loud. They held things back towards the B side. They haven't really fully rotated. And for them, it's just very but still comfortable of playing that retake style towards this A side.
They only really have one person who can clear this, and they use the drone over towards middle. Sadak has his recon, but it feels like they want to try and get the kill over towards site if they smoke it off. Sentinels picking the right side again, realizing that they were fighting B, retake over towards A, still have the flash, and again, are we going to now use the flash to get towards site, or are we going to do the same thing that we've been doing all the time, where they can just save the flash?
And finally, after the first smoke comes out on the defense, the other one goes out towards the spawn on the attack. Now you're not allowing here 2Es to get the high stack.
Yeah, okay. So time was low on this one, wanted to secure it, they used the flash, and you would imagine now Loud should be in the keyword, be able to perform a perfect retake. We got all the breach util, we got double flash, we got wall, we got mollies, we got omen flash and omen smokes. Yeah, and this is everything used. Nicely done from Sentinels playing off side though. Yeah, this is really cool. Realizing that they have too much util, so they got to play off site.
Regain control of that B site. The tap to flush out Sentinels once again. Double back towards the default box. His last lines up 2 kills somehow. And the spray comes back here through the cages, but it's going to be difficult right now. Sassy does get the...
Close. They insta-stick. Insta-smoke on the spike. Insta-stick. Hey, I love this from Sentinels, though. This is still really smart from Sentinels. In the low buy, right, because they kind of used all of they used their flash to get over towards site, and they know if they stick on site itself, the util's too much, they're going to get wrecked, right? So they pretty much can't stay in this square. So instead of staying in the square, they just heavy, get out of there. We just group up. Like, look at them here. Look at them. We're going to see if any of their POVs? Probably not. You can see what the def notice is, right? They're all in this area.
3 quick defuses on the post plant here that have brought Loud back into this, and
So,
we
yeah,
are going to
talked
get
a
a
lot about this
timeout
map for
now
sure.
as they
Sentinels.
get a talk from Kaplan, figure out what Loud is doing differently here to get themselves back in the match. Really nicely done. They didn't have an answer for the beginning, right? We said Loud was kind of missing the early game control. We saw Kalanzine and QCK trying to work tiles in mid. They lose a few members, and that trade did not benefit Loud, especially the way Sen was taking the site. What I think we did get, though, is Loud in those mid-round calls back, having the right positioning, waiting for each other, that patience where we know Loud to...
Was it all a green screen? Yeah, maybe.
While the spike is ticking, and you're like, is there enough time? Oh, it's enough time. They know, they've been there. We're getting that back from Loud, and that's why we're close to tied now. Sentinels will discuss how to get back in 3 alts.
Why don't you plant? Why don't you plant on the wall opposite the pillar? You're talking to the left side. Yeah, I think teams could do that as well. Problem is, it's like not as long. You talk about planting here, right? So the problem is that it's not as long, so the chance that it could have like a little section over towards here where you could potentially diffuse, right? Which means you could have more areas to diffuse, right? So the kind of this line is safer just because it's longer. You have more chance of it being like flush against it, and no like chance that someone's behind the wall being able to do it, especially with wingman. But I do think there is potential doing it over one way, like you're saying. But a lot of the times the smokers that come in, you just want to smoke yourself off. Spam's easy enough to do anyway.
Hunter's Fury coming out from the defense, a ping.
Yeah, and they kind of just...
Oh,
wait. What? Oh my god, an absolute freebie, by the way. 2v4. Ten's gonna get his HP back. TP's out of there as well. No way. Yeah, but they can't push and get it. But they know they can delay a lot of time on this one. Plant's kind of good, especially for market. So Tens can probably just play around his smoke, and Sassy can just play late. What a flash through the window. This is oh my god, that is an unreal 2v4. That is an unreal 2v4, it really was. Yeah, and they didn't check the corner in market, and it all fell apart. Lovely flash from Sassy. Nice shots from Tens.
Honestly, little things like that you hardly see in your games are the ones that can catch you off guard in a millisecond. Oh,
yeah, gotta be checking that corner.
You're like, wait a minute. Yeah, there's a window. Vents that. Tens vents Sadak. And that's going to be the end. 6-4. The timeout pays off.
Before he checked the corner, was it one of those rounds where, like, because we were tucked in close, did he like look and he saw the door was down before he checked like deep? It is a weird angle when you look at sometimes, especially when the door is down. But no excuse for that one. Gotta be aware of it. Yeah. Do you know what? I was looking at this setup the other day when they were doing it, and I was like, I swear this guy close could just get wrecked. Oh, that's a free gun. That's a free gun. They've done a lot of damage. What the hell is that circle?
It's a forward push here from Les outside the B site while the rest are pinged out all around the A site. But for Sentinels, it's a cut noise.
Is this map attack-sided? Yes. I think overall, someone gave me the stats the other day, and it's pretty much even, but I think it is slightly attack-sided. I think it was something like 53 or something to the attack side, so it's pretty close to being even.
To watch for less could be a factor in this round that just closes it out.
In terms of all the games played. Oh, Jesus. That is... Oh, man. That is savage. All three of them back as sight.
Just to get the drive-by. Firing squad leaving Les alone. Yeah, he broke one trip on the B site, but couldn't get this one on the A site.
It was you saying? Yeah, that actually is right.
Mosh pit to keep you away, but that's a nice shot off Asasi.
And now no one else peeks.
Versus one, holding a tight angle as Zekin goes.
Done. Can they get 8? They have Zekin's ult. Loud managed to get a full buy into this one. That he could for this. We got Phoenix ult, 1 away from Breach ult, 1 away from Fish ult, and we have Razor.
Fell asleep at the wheel for a second. That's just the timing wasn't there. Sentinels get a Thanos timing walking into elbow here. Soxy drops QCK, no flash, and this. Three's a crowd.
That was so unlucky there for Loud because they were anticipating that hit from Sentinels. You saw him.
3 Fish ults. I mean, yeah, he's fragging pretty heavy. First of all, he's fragging pretty heavy. Second of all, just get this ult fast these days. Yeah, nicely done. Just tag of the camera, knows that he's close. Simple ult doesn't overextend or anything like that. Just secured it.
Sentinels allowing for them to work the map, working back towards his
nice camera.
Right there. I hope I have enough time to say this. Never mind.
Not at all. Paranoid going back and forth just to try to delay towards the market, but still allowing Sentinels to gain space and a plan attempt. As we went for attack first and lost players.
Running back the whole time.
Still alive at that spot though. We try to hold it back. Plan finally successful for the Sentinels. Smoke to help Saucy a little bit towards the market. Loud just waiting here for that fight coming out from QCK. It's slow, but it's coming. As a Dizzy comes up just to try to delay towards the back of the site even more. Finally, that contact. As you mentioned, second season. Flash is coming out. There's that execution.
Do they expect him?
But still the advantage for
yeah, they do now.
Side. As they know, it was that flanker.
Bro, 8?
QCK with no utility after he uses his wall.
8 is a lot.
Allowing here Zekin just to wait for the tap. Pain shells to keep him at bay. That will definitely end the half right now, especially with that
8 is a lot. We'll see. Again, it is slightly attack-sided.
Zekin used an ult there at the beginning of the round. The pressure's created. It's been such a different in that sense of ultimates being used right off the rip. All of Sudok's Hunters, the Hunters' Furies came at the beginning of the round, came to try and discombobulate what Sentinels was doing, and they only had to slightly respect it because they can dodge it. Zekin comes in, you have to respect it. The fundamental differences in the power that these comps can hit with is huge, and we'll see that as Loud comes onto the attack side now. It takes so much more to orchestrate this composition into a site.
Sentinels on this map, yeah, they are strong. Still though, let's see. Like this isn't done. Like you give them a pistol here in terms of Loud, this is gonna be close. Their comp is just a little bit better on tanks. I do think that again, Sentinels have really got it down with like being able to take so much space for free and not having to use much util. Like they used a very similar game plan here to what they did with NRG.
Trying to move over into main get shut down. So where do we find ourselves? Saucy is stuck in a 1v3 situation, but those players are fairly spread out from Lev. So they're gonna group up, and that gives Saucy the B site for free. He can walk in here and notice he's got full utility down there at the bottom of the screen, including Thrash. That'll be big. But first, it's Wingman up to the plate. He's going to use that ability to be able to take more space than you'd normally expect in this position. The only thing, one of the things that only Gecko can do. So Saucy moves into market, and Loud are still taking things slow. They're going to group group up together, but if they had split into mid right here, Saucy would have been able to find a pick. But now, Saucy hears 3 players and turns his attention.
Yeah, maybe. It's so much better doing stuff we saw in the game.
The final straggler here and get that one that would be virtually untradeable, swing on that guy there, and then go for the play, or does he wait? He chooses to wait, which is a lower chance that he gets a kill, but a higher chance he can win the clutch. He moves on in here and is able to get both these kills here with a sick transfer on that one. It's money. The utility afterwards is perfect, and then going into Thrash, it makes the round nigh unwinnable.
Man, that would have been so close if he tried to stick that.
The Thrash means that he could
still have no idea.
on Spike in time. Let's get the second half underway. Back to our casters.
Yeah, I love the breakdowns of the actual game. I think Minches, thank you so much, Minches. They're looking good. Yeah, they look scary. You don't think so with that? I think it was close, man.
So good in this first half. And speaking of information to react right away, a knife went out towards the A side, pinging a few here, thrown by Zelsis, and Sentinels knows this hit's coming towards the A side, and they're ready for this signature retake playstyle on the A site. Loud still deciding to work towards A, though.
Mosh pit detonates in 3 seconds, bro. If it's 3 seconds, he has that. Look where the bar is when it lands.
What are we working with? There are some ghosts, so a little bit of a drop on util there. Classics will be able to come in full utility-wise.
Yeah, let's see their own. And this is pretty funny because Loud are doing what Sentinels are doing. They kind of get over towards the site and they save their insta flash. But Sentinels do a fake. They do this on purpose. They do a fake retake, just a little bit of util to bait out the util and then do the second hit. You really double pump that?
Attack onto the spike, a fault line coming out, a spray through the smoke, a spray and pray, and for Loud to hopefully get this pistol on their side.
They gotta start it now.
Even halfway, the wingman already got.
Oh my god.
But there's no time left. There's no time left.
Huge kill. I think there was no time anyway, but huge kill. Oh my goodness. Hey, that was nice round. I loved it. First of all, so shout out to Loud for actually doing like a similar thing where they're saving a lot of util to try and stop the retake. Sentinels again have a pretty good retake comp. Pretty much what they do, they sit over towards spawn and they retake. So again, Loud are kind of using Sentinel's game plan just against them. And then we saw an extra layer on top of this. Even though they lost the round, that was pretty cool from Sentinels. They used a little bit of util to try bait out like the Omen flash, potentially a Sova recon, etc. And then they did another retake and saved a lot of their util. The levels that we're seeing is insane, man. I wouldn't be surprised if we get these two playing again in Masters Final. But like the levels we're seeing is crazy high.
From the initiators, but QCK is just ready for that. So not only does he stops to push from Sentinels, but that's building up his ultimate here for the later rounds, even trying to clear for more, grabbing the R behind the Allen drone. Wouldn't be surprised if they just give him a plan or if he just chases the kill. But you're seeing like Sentinels are trying to rework the map somewhere. Go head to head. Omen versus Omen. 2Es gets the upper hand of 10s. They actually did see QCK trying to hunt for more kills there. He got instantly denied by Saucy.
Camera will let them know they can end at A on this one. In Loud, I feel like needed to start setting the pace as they got onto this attack side. Sentinels, as they were on attack, like I said, what didn't care when the Fury came out from Loud, they were able to work around it, absorb Loud utility at market, and hit A, or the other way around, A to B. Here, Loud cannot let Sentinels set up a defensive spot. Loud
he's holding onto the gun. He doesn't want him to get a gun.
With this composition Loud has, that has to be everybody behind QCK, right? QCK is not blast packing in. He's not dashing in. They have to go in together, and right now, they're picking these rounds up together.
Yeah. I mean, as much as Sentinels has utility to retake these sites, for a Loud side, they have as much stall, right? They have that fault line to come out. They have the retards over the smokes.
Yeah.
They have paranoias if they haven't used it for the takes. It comes down to how they work the map once again here on the attack. Sentinels might have to try to change things a little bit here as they have a gun round to come through.
Yeah, I wonder
that's gonna for them to try to control something.
I wonder if they, as Sentinels, try a trap play right away. Go for their own.
Guns than this.
With better guns than this.
Check the Bulldog, but kept the stinger.
It would be good against Loud. If Loud were to go slow on a round, might be this. Thinking the low buy is gonna.
Let's get the big buy round on the go. Massive round for Sentinels. Potentially a huge run from Loud. We have 2 stingers into this one. Otherwise, it's actually a pretty decent.
Looks like up and over flash.
Force. We've got 4 people over towards A. So again, In terms of how Sentinels are playing it, fight one site, retake the other.
Fast again. Yeah, Boombot second satchels away. Ten's trying to swing back out just to try to catch QCK off guard. A knife is going to delay that utility that would allow for Loud to gain that momentum, gain that space that it gained towards the elbow.
That was nice. Nade out as well, satchel. Honestly, QCK did good here. They did enough damage, right? They did enough damage to kind of got a little bit unlucky to not get more kills than this. Double armor, rebuy, and guns to get reborn. Still,
hard and weird and fast right there.
I mean, that was nice. There was a nice four-person duel over towards
side. It is taking control to kind of organize this mess that's going on. The nades that are being thrown. That first nade allowed this long peek to come through. With QCK there, they knew they needed to get him out of the situation, unroot him. It just caused
bunny cam. Yeah, work in progress still.
They did choose the right
Let's try something.
Loud to hit A.
Besides, sometimes at some point those paint shells went down there from Zek.
Ask for attack. Yeah, someone was going wrong there.
You jump up on the box as fast as possible.
It's definitely difficult there for Sentinels to try to regain the elbow side, but they did. Power numbers. Now we have a tech pause coming out here, but it's quick, you know? Didn't even have a chance to talk about it.
Wow.
Oh, was it? Okay, damn. Efficient.
All right, cool. I'll take that.
Right. Like we said, they did enough damage. These are the two people over towards Sentinels that died. Obviously, low money. Can't buy next. This is going to be interesting, though. We got a Phoenix orb, and then we're one away from official. So they kind of want to get this orb to have the official, but you would imagine they're not going to let them take this. Yeah, they're at least tempted to. They're looking into it for sure. They really want this orb. Flash goes in to try and go aggro.
When they spray it across, they didn't hear anybody from Loud shooting back. So they might be
and then that's a huge win for Sentinels, you would think. We still got the Phoenix orb. Drone goes over towards market.
That kind of helps them get an entrance, mostly for QCK and Kalanzine to flash through. Then they can enter through their own wall. And they have to make Sentinels worry. Thrash comes flying out from Saucy to check mid control, grabs one market, and here it comes.
Yeah, and they might tunnel vision that too much. Oh man, it would have killed. The mosh pit would have killed him anyway. Zolcis manages to take him down. Look at this util. Marcus is getting dumped with util. Big duel over towards B main. One. This kid is so back. He's so back, dude. Oh man, he even plays that well. He doesn't even get greedy with it.
It's been an incredible.
And that was the big impactful round, like we said, big swing round.
Aggressive duelist over to smoke. Himself saying the consistency it brings to his play is unreal. And looking at how that works, if we think about Tens, he's been on agents that can get out of a situation, but you know where that dash goes. You know where he might be
Frenzy
playing.
Fusion,
Now,
the 13 months.
Reset on an Omen.
10 to go. Dude, he looks so good right now.
He has so many more options here, and he looks so happy to be playing the new role.
Yeah, it's insane too. Yeah, the questions that came out of Tens' role of like, oh, and he's not able to play a raise too well on split, or he should play a KO because it's like his play style from the other games. But this time as an Omen, he's shining.
His stats this year
Flash
on
goes
average
in,
on
Recon
the
goes in,
Yoru's
Knife
Omen,
goes close over
way
towards
better
here.
than his Jets
So,
KOs
kind of
from
like
last
this
year.
though. I like how
Incredible
Sentinels
that
are
he's
doing
able
this.
to put
They're
these
trying to
numbers
create
still.
fake
You see
pressure
how
over
comfortable
towards
he
B, and they're trying to make it not as obvious in terms of what side they're retaking. Yeah, they took a risk on this one. This was still cool over towards Sentinels. They're just trying to make it not look as obvious in terms of, obviously they fight one site, they retake the other, right? But they're trying to make it look like they're taking B main control, but this is actually the site that they're going to be retaking. So it's just trying to keep them guessing for sure.
Snakebite keeps them at bay, but all of Sentinels are here, getting ready to flood back from that A-Link once again.
Aziasi, thank you so much for the 15 months. Look at the util. Thank you with the 15 months. Lovely shot. I mean, they're going to have to do mad shots to win this round. Big cleanup. Okay. Loud have no timeouts. They use both of them in the first, like what, first 6 rounds, I guess, of the first half. And they're kind of all in for this.
where we saw Zekken fly through.
Yeah, the util on site here was nice. Wait, I thought they used them both.
Want to be going right now, and Loud are going to be calling the timeout here.
I swear we were talking about it like they used all the timeouts. One was a tech balls, you reckon?
It's not just kind of the 3Ks from 10s. You're seeing the refrags, the trades.
The first one was a UI glitch. It was a tech pause. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes more sense. I didn't think it would have been too bad at the beginning because they were trying to adjust anyway, but that makes way more sense.
From Colin here. That can be denied if they throw that and Zelsis is there to null command down. How's the rest of that site take hit? It just seems like SEN has answers to the ults ready for Loud. So it is going to take the Sadak Masterclass here. It's going to take this timeout to close these 5 rounds and bring us back to a tied game for sure.
That's the important call there. What Sadak could really pull out of this timeout. The last one that they have on this map.
One of the signs says Wingman stinks at planting. Hey, that guy is definitely a viewer, man. He is one of us.
Under strong retake playstyle. Loud has to find a way to answer that back. How do you fight back towards the spawn? They tried to play further back towards the A side.
He's not wrong, dude.
Through after the initial
Paid actor.
utility that's being thrown on a defense for
one of us. Well, you guys watch me, so
alone.
Imagining that you're on board with it. No one actually thinks he's good at planting, right?
This time around, though, looks like Loud is just
we never get the ones that are close to the wall. Rarely.
Their weight looks like this.
He is?
0 points
Guys,
over the top.
he's not.
You can see Zelsis' positioning. And Loud get too caught in that. Look purposeful
not cute.
As well. They kind of stood exactly
and he's shit at
where
planting.
they wanted to. So Viper
and
his
slaps often
on the right
miss.
side of the map is what Sentinels is working with right now. Again, this wall, only 2 times since this wall was put up from Loud have they tried to work through it. Last market we saw Zekken came flying through with a showstopper, but now they're giving QCK quite a task here.
Yeah, you already see QCK working up the mid of the map. The L drone comes out towards the right side, but the important thing here is Calzine taking control of this B lane. They try to use his rolling thunder to hold towards the left side. Or
yeah, they're just trying to feel out the map. Where are they? Which is the side they're retaking? Kind of everywhere, to be honest, at the moment.
Looking at Sadak. Sonar up. Drone has been used. Again, they're really liking this elbow play. At least putting 3 or 4 members in there. They have to get Colin in there because the fault lines from that side just seem so much more effective.
Even
to the entry, the rolling thunder, yeah, to boot. Right, so having Colin in this elbow has been a priority for Loud. They set it up again,
30 seconds
and it's going to be the 5v5. A good lurk here, however, from Tui's could just separate Sentinel's rotation.
Feels like Loud seeing.
Oh, this is going to be nice. Try and exec on them.
Like to play the
Do they try and get 2 people close or 1 person close?
To delay even more.
There it is.
My goodness, he's not running with it. Either way, they pinch over towards this. This is very nice from Loud. Oh, I'm surprised we put this ult into it, but here we go. Zekken has his ult as well.
Towards that Boba side, where we have a late lurk from Tui still waiting for that opportunity to strike back behind them. But Sentinels are now running very quickly towards the A side.
They've got Wingman to defuse this though. Nah, that's something that he is good at. We'll give him that. He's very good at defuse.
There's that backstab. Tui's trying to go for the hero play. There's that.
Oh man, he played it so well. He played it so well. Nicely done from Tui's on this one. Used a lot of ults into this, but so did Sentinels. Big round for them.
Absolutely pivotal that Tui
gonna be hard still, but
was able to get a huge kill on John QT there, causing that defensive rotation to have to route around through spawn, take a little bit more time. Everything that Loud did there really hurt Sentinels. Sen tried to paranoia retake pawn shop into the dumpster there, and it didn't really hit anybody. They tried to retake flash on dumpster, and all of what they needed for sight was already used by the time Sentinels got there. Loud really draining Sentinels' utility in a way they cannot retake. See what happens here? Spread out across the map in a default. Same wall here. Loud's just kind of pressuring with this each round to give Sentinels to something to look at, and then possibly play through it with their flashes.
Saw 2 sets of
where are you at in terms of money? Everyone good apart from Loud? Okay.
Sentinels, a flash over and a swing after, a quad swing coming out, and that's just being held back. Even paranoia to try
crunch
to move
over towards middle.
all the way back towards middle.
Bro, 1 HP. Maybe it's meant to be. Oh. Whoa. Relax yourself.
He's laughing. So that was a pretty hot situation. As they pull back, though, with the numbers advantage. 5 players to work together towards the A side, but Sentinel has the read on this. Never mind, it's a double pump. Because of the position, we have Tui's all the way towards the B main.
One person fake, and yep, they'll take that. And they clear the info, they go fast over towards killed 2 kill trips. They have no one to get the kills. Do they? Clear them though. Like, you're at least gonna get info. If it stays up, they kind of got info that no one's push market. And this is kind of nice. You kind of know that they haven't push market.
And now we're seeing that
definitely take a gamble. The problem is that no one's
in the middle of the late round.
He sees numbers, and with that, I think they're just going to take the gamble. The market's clear. They still check it anyway because they could have been over towards middle. Market clear. Hour and after they would. And is this Loud smoking themselves off? Oh yes, it is. We got it down on this one. You would imagine that Loud kind of have this. Can they spam Wingman though? Yeah, and this is perfect, and this is what you have to do. They've been watching the EMEA games. Smoke yourself off. This time we have a plant over towards the left, so that guy in chat who was asking for it is going to be happy. And yeah, the good thing about planting over towards the left as well is that you get more angles, especially over towards the right side of B main. So really, really nice. And again, you might just look at that and be like, why is smoking yourself off like good? Because normally it's not, especially when we think over towards Haven. But actually, it means that they can't really push you. A lot of people do that one-way smoke, so it kind of stops that from happening. And again, you have the freedom taking multiple angles to actually spam this flank.
Nice flank. And that's been working so well now for Loud that they can continuously move from site to site, or the last few rounds, I should say, not for the map. They've only employed it here.
From market, yeah, you might be right with that as well.
We got this in the first
How important are circuit points? I mean, pretty important. It's kind of like a safety net, is the way that I would view it. It's a safety net for you to mess up. You mess up, you have that, and probably get to champs no matter what from points.
To get those in action.
It's
do we see this
a good safety net,
or does it become a post plant? They have been focusing from the defensive side. Loud has that Hunter's Fury controls the map. It gets them an idea right away off a drone or a sonar bolt tag. But likely here to see it as they hit the site and try to clear one of those defensive positions SEN will be covering.
And that's the thing. Loud, again, they were able to play contact in the sites.
The other way to go champs, just split 2, the second split, like after Shanghai, you have to come top 3 there.
If they could continue to work the same way, I mean, for them, they don't need to fix anything because they're coming back in this game. Yeah. For Sentinels, the question is, how do we want to fight this? Do we want to move more forward here to not allow Loud to play the contact? It looks for information towards...
It's a little bit more complicated than that because we have like points in terms of playoffs, but that's pretty much it.
But the push is huge here from SEN. They're trying to change the pace of the game of what Loud has been seeing the last few rounds, feeling in control. SEN trying to take that away. Passive play from Loud gets them safely across the map here. But this is what they were doing before.
Going over towards that, okay, and now, so we can just kind of use this round as an example, right? Let's see how much util they can save. It becomes an own little game. How much util can we save, right? If we get into sight, and how much util do we use? We use 1 Phoenix ult, none of the flashes, 1 drone, 1 shock dart, a recon. We have Omen flash still, double molly, we get our own smoke as well. That is mad. They still do, like, they still have a lot of util, right?
That's huge.
And we need to keep an eye on this. So when they flood over towards it, Omen flash, everyone get hit by the knife apart from Sadak and Dewey's here. Flash goes in, ult goes in towards him. They're really far back. Yeah, Molly comes in, smoke coming. Dude, look at this afterplant util right now. Wingman tank that. Wingman's tanking it. There's a Molly on it.
It's up to a 2 versus 1. A push for from Bless once again.
Okay, nicely done from Sentinels. How is Wingman tanking the Molly? Decay doesn't affect him because he's high up? Is that true? I don't think that's true.
But that flash turning percentage, TenZ being at the top. The least flashed member
he heard me talking. Dude, I said he was good at planning. I said, dude, I said he was good at defusing. Sorry, so and I stick by that.
Never mind. Good POV. Good POV. It just doesn't matter with TenZ.
I said defusing, yeah. And that's what he did. He proved it. He's good at defusing. Dude, as much as I don't like the dude, bro, he's good at that.
What a kill to be able to pull up. Sheriffs now
I'm
for the
pretty fair
side
with
of
it.
Loud. What a hurt on game point now. As they're going to try to get QCK up this mid position again. A little rinse and repeat on the strats before, but it brings most of the team
Okay,
to
4
keep them
chances.
QCK with the Sheriff, the double swing out, the wall bang, forcing Zelsis away.
You can always
Trying to take
full
the middle,
tank
throwing
one
his
Viper
shot
Molly.
darts, thrown from Sadak to keep him back. Sentinel's trying to push forward. It was being watched by Les, so you have 3
Wait,
players
how
now
much HP has he got? I thought it was
taking the
100.
site.
Really can't tank
That
one.
said, though, with the amount of rounds
But he can
that are
half
coming
it
back here for
in the
Loud,
time, is what we're saying.
that one single loss now map point for Sentinels. The economy's broken for Loud. They have to try to get something done here.
Oh, okay.
Controlling maybe an orb on the
Damn,
B
kind of
site.
sick. That actually made the
Viper
full
plant
difference on that, by the way.
off the pit, using his owl drone to sell that fake with this. As we got the backstab. QCK, it's perfect. But finally, John comes out of the camera to trade that out. They get information on that Sentinel player towards the back of the site. And they try to execute now for Sentinels. A tap to allow Coward to swing out instant headshot.
The wall on this one, they can go over towards. I mean, this is gonna be. This should be hard. They're gonna do the smoke thing again. We need to keep an eye on the Sova. He's miles away. Does he have a shot dart for this or something? What's going on here?
Look how far
It's
back
holding
here Sadak
behind.
is. Still waiting to see somebody's gonna flank across. Delays being thrown early for Loud.
I see this is a
Flash
sick
towards the
fall,
market.
right?
First contact is less. Kawadzine avoided the mosh pit. Now swings out, hit by at least the fragment. Plant denied.
Yeah, and this is the thing about the smoke as well. You try and push, and you're going into a smoke.
And it becomes a nice
We actually might see the change towards the B site, or at least people will change how they approach the B site.
Rounds I've seen Sadak come up with. When they were
This is a nice round, man.
back to A,
They hit
you
some
saw
shots.
Sadak
They
instantly
really
peel
hit
off.
some
It's like a
shots.
light bulb went
Okay,
off in
3
his head,
chances from 4.
peels off, and then sets up to quickly set the drone. It looked like they were actually running all the way back. Says, okay, Tui's, give me that ult back here. They do a global distraction to allow QCK's hit to work even better. Sick thinking. Absolutely disgusting.
And we said, just Sheriffs?
Just Sheriffs?
It was the 2 first kills they got.
Honestly.
QCK and Kawadzine with Sheriffs. They make it
Making the crowd
5-on-3.
ill.
Yep.
Making
Oh,
the
and we go
crowd
we
ill.
go aggro. It is an eco in this one. We got a hero
9 to
gun
12.
on the guy that's probably gonna be
Top left
sending it
towards
down
mid,
with a double
possibly.
satchel. We have
Definitely,
KO
yep.
flash,
Even
one Omen
satchels up
flash,
from Zekin.
and we.
The paranoia on top of that came from 10, so try to do a trap play with the lower buy that they have on the defense for Sentinels. But again, it's the masterclass IGLing calls from Sadak, holding all the way back towards spawn.
It's
and
wild.
even towards the extremities.
Just wild. All right, into the site here. Just 3 rounds away for Loud to secure us.
Man, this wall was
our
actually
OT.
this wall was kind of
It's
close
gonna
to
be a
breaking the
low
strip.
buy from Sen.
was
Back
close
in the
to the-
site,
close
they're
to
gonna
the edge
hunker
of it.
down and try to find those close angles. It's how can Loud dislodge them. Ultimate for Kawadzine could come
They
around.
go
That's the
against-
ultimate
okay, they
plan
go against
if
the-
they can
oh,
keep Kawadzine
this
then
poor guy.
an elbow without some John Cutie spam.
Easy one there for Zelsis.
Ooh, they
Why
lost
does
the
this
red
keep
crown.
happening
That's
to
what they
him?
believe
That's
in
the
this time.
second
Sadak
time
goes
now.
down.
They have to make noise now. This is all going to be heard by Tens, but
Oh,
Tens only has
man.
a Sheriff in the back of the
Poor
A
guy.
side. Saucy
Literally
with
the
pistol
exact
himself.
same,
This is a
2
very
people
weak
close.
B-side hold. A flank coming behind here, a flash. Tens is fully
Ooh,
blinded. The lurk comes
nicely
up
done
from
on
the
this
left.
though.
Yeah,
Whoa,
Saucy
whoa,
gets
whoa,
the
whoa.
headshot
Okay,
and
they're
it's a
gonna be
ding
tempted
from
to use this
Les.
breach
3
ult.
players remaining from
I think
Sentinels
they gotta
coming
use the
back
breach
once
ult.
again from the A-Link. Tui's now takes control towards the back of the default. Gets 1 for his troubles back there.
Just
2
the Viper
versus
ult.
2. A pit out, a rolling thunder. Giving
Yeah,
a
they
lot of
gotta-
chances
they gotta
to
use
Loud
this,
here
I
on the
think.
post plant. Camera coming out, forcing
Double
now
molly.
Sentinels
Good
to
plant
go
again from
inside
them.
the pit to fight back. Zelsis is low on HP, upgraded into a rifle. They actually have 2 rifles to work with. There's that first deniability.
That was smart. We still have mollies though. And it was smart from Loud as well in terms of Les not taking the risk, but that'll do it. Lovely from Zelsis. So smart.
It's incredible.
So smart. Really, dude, this was a fun map. I'm enjoying the mind games that happen at the moment on Sunset. It's pretty cool. Wait, it's a weird map. It is a weird map, but I think it plays out pretty well at the moment. It might get a little bit, with some time we might not be enjoying it too much, but at the moment it's